Okay, now that I have that second row in there, I'm going to show you how to add a row to your table without having to enter data and hit tab. If you go right here to the bottom right corner, you can go ahead and hover over this thing here. You get the double arrows going diagonal. Click on it, hold it, and drag it down. You'll add a new row to your table. I'm going to fill in the data here for this third row, and then we'll move on. Okay, now that I have the third row in there, we're going to go ahead. We know how many people here we have we're going to put in our table, so we're just going to grab this. We're going to drag it all the way down here to 21, to row 21. Let go, and that gives us all the rows that we need to fill in the rest of our data. So now that we have that, we're going to fill in our data. Okay, now that we've got all that data in there, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a couple of columns here to our table. So what I want you to do is click cell I8 right here and type in percent of quota. Okay, and then when we click cell J8 there, it automatically adds that to our table. Type in grade in that cell, and then select cell I9, and you see it adds it to our table again. And now the value for cell I9, we're going to hit equals. We're going to put a formula in there. It's going to equal H9 divided by G9. Okay, after that we hit enter, and it automatically fills that in down for the rest of our table. Okay, next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to format those cells. So we're going to select them all here from I9 down to I21. Okay, now that we do that, we can click on the percent sign here and change those to percents. And let's go ahead and increase the decimal by two decimal places. So hit that twice. It adds our decimals in there. Now that we have extra columns to our table, we need to let our title span across that. So what we want to do now is go ahead and select range A7 through J7 now. We're going to right click like we did before. Go to Format Cells, the Alignment tab. We're going to set the horizontal to center across selection. Now we have a new selection. We've added those two columns in there. So we hit OK, and now the title has been centered across there. What we want to do now is, let's see. Oh, I skipped a step there. We want to go ahead and select our percent of quota here. All right, and hit center. Go ahead and center that. And then we're going to also, while we're here, we're going to select cells J9 through J21. We're going to center those too. And looks like I typed in an extra number here. Let's see, what is that? 1837213. Okay, we got an extra 1 in there. Okay, I saw that as a low percentage, and I thought that didn't seem right. Okay, the next thing we're going to do in the next lesson is we're going to add a lookup table. That's where we're going to be able to determine what value goes in here based on the different values that we have here in the quota. The grade is going to be based on the percent of quota that they have, and we're going to learn that in our next lesson.